Morning, everybody. Major here, as always, and I'm here in Atlanta. I was here last week speaking at a conference, and I ended up staying a couple of extra days to come visit some family and also tap into a lot of the local innovators out here and what they're doing in the Web3 space. And what I'm really seeing is that they are super innovative, super dope, and it's a lot of black and brown people that are doing the right things. However, coming from Puerto Rico and coming from a place where, you know, I like to say I'm 5 years in the future. So to be able to come back and really give some insights, some really kind of like accurate points that they can, you know, help innovate what they're doing, it just led me to think, this is what I'm meant to do. The idea of being a big homie, coming in and speaking ethics, philosophy, blockchain, Web3, and, you know, just historical, you know, OG kind of conversation and things that I've been through. You know, if you haven't lost crypto, I don't want to talk to you. If you haven't been scammed, I don't want to talk to you. If you haven't gone through the bumps and bruises of being an early adopter, it's really tough for us to really have full-blooded conversation. And without you feeling you want to go out there and get your bumps and licks yourself. Now, I get it. We like to think we should learn from others so that way these things don't happen to us. But I'm telling you, this thing is moving way too fast for people to just think that they can learn from somebody else's wisdom. So you need constant reinforcement, constant, you know, support in your strategy, in your mental, in your mindset. That's what this is all about. That's what Art Mob is about. That's why I see what I'm about now. Like, the idea isn't necessarily to tell you how I think, but utilizing how I think to, you know, really kind of shave off some of the edges from how you think and some of those sharp corners that you're definitely gonna get hit with. Because this thing is not for the faint of heart, at least not this early in the game. Regulation is still coming in, but in the meantime, here's what I'm gonna do for you. As this regulation is coming in and as all of these technologies are getting created and I don't wanna say perfected, but innovated. In the meantime, you need somebody that got your back. And that's why we're starting this mentorship group, this culture club, all right? So it's the Art Mob Culture Club. So, you know, I got the podcast. So folks from the podcast started figuring, okay, look, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that. So I'm like, well, look, why don't we just bring it all together and create a club, make NFTs, and we're only releasing 1,111, all right? So, because at the end of the day, we want to get the best. The people who are really serious about this, not people who just want to get money. You know, like that's the first thing that comes to me all the time. Yo, Major, how can I get into this NFT thing? I need to make a little money. Wow. Yeah, man, that's the thing that sucks. It's like, you want to help people, but they're always leading with money. And then they don't have money to pay you. So I'm like, how are you going to lead with money? You're asking me to help you to make money so I can pay myself from you making money. Nah, man, look, the thing is about being an early adopter and being, you know, very acute in this as far as like generating revenue. Guess what? We are supposed to be getting our money from the big boys, you know, corporations, enterprises, and so forth. But even on the lower level, if you haven't even done any education, if you haven't like I got an NFT course. My thing is this, don't ask me to come make you some money if you ain't even tried to buy my course, you know what I mean? Or support. It's like, how is this thing supposed to work? This ain't school, you know, some school teacher. And that's the problem. A lot of y'all got spoiled by all of these school teachers who don't make any money and just sit down there and want to give you knowledge. And you don't even know if it's good or bad. You know how many people I walk through late in life who still believe dumb stuff, like it's dusty in there and they're utilizing it as evergreen knowledge. So my thing is this, with blockchain moving so fast, with this idea of NFTs and Web3 ever changing, every day, change, right? Who's keeping you with your eyes on the prize? You know, when I tell you that we're minting culture, that means it's important, all right? Culture, we are the culture. When we mint it forward, we are making a way for our generations to come. So why just go in it with a hat, with just, like go into it with real intention? You know, this is not play, y'all. So when I say all of this, I say all of this to say that June 12th, we are having an NFT drop. And it's the Art Mob Culture Club, right? Art Mob Pod Culture Club. So we are releasing 1,111 NFTs, 1111. And June 12th. So these are all of my cool numbers, right? 612, that's a great number. And 1111, that's another great number. You'll have levels to this as well. So if you have one NFT, you get a certain amount. If you have 3 NFTs, you get more. If you have 5 NFTs, that right there is the game. You get to enter into our mob houses and a whole wealth of what we will be building out over these next 10 years. I mean, 3 years for education, 10 years for the entire like network. But at the end of the day, my goal is simple. 100,000 people in 3 years.